Hello, everyone. Today I'm talking about things to look for travel-wise in the month of May. And I'll give you some tips on things like if you're going to be on the water or you're going to be camping. So stay tuned for that. But first, this is your first time here. Hi, I'm Gretchen. I'm the Tipsy Travel Gal. I'm an esthetician and a travel agent, and my goal right now in life is to eat, drink, and spa my way around the world. I want to bring you on this journey with me, giving you some ideas on fun things to do as well as interesting things to eat and drink. Also, I'm hoping that it's going to encourage you to start some travel plans of your own, international or domestic, doesn't matter. And along the way, give you some travel tips and some help and give you ideas for you to help create your own travel plan in the future. If this sounds interesting, please consider subscribing to this channel. I promise you won't be disappointed. Now, normally I have a drink, but tonight I got nothing. First of all, Stanley Cup playoffs. I've been drinking enough as it is, but also I had to film this after the last game was done, and it's a little bit late. I knew I was going to be up late. I got to work in the morning. Then, of course, I had to rework my outfit because the lights hit the see-through different kind of way. There was some nipple issues. I thought about letting it go because it might increase my viewership, but I decided, at least for now, the nipples will be left off the internet. I had to fix my hair, my makeup, and by the end of it, there was just no time for nails or a drink. So I'm not going to say I'm sober tonight, but I don't have a drink with me now. So that's a little bit sad. So let's just get right into it, shall we? So it's getting warmer out. People are starting to make plans to go camping, and some people have already been out already to campsites since it's been an unusually warm spring so far. So this month is actually National Wildfire Awareness Month. Now, I'm sure as you've seen in the past couple of years, we've had significant issues with wildfires. So I just want to give you guys some tips on how to prevent forest fires and wildfires because humans are responsible for about 80% of these fires that start. So first of all, disposing of cigarettes, please just don't chuck it out the window or throw it on the ground and step on it. All it takes is a good gust of wind to blow that thing into some dry brush. It's done. Pour water on it, and remember, when you are camping, you carry in, you carry out. Just carry a trash bag with it, throw it in there, take it out of the forest. You'll make everybody happy. It's a former smoker here. Trust me on this one. Okay, just do it. Another thing is leave the fireworks at home. I know that a lot of people in this country love to blow stuff up. Okay. I'm not going to say anything about that, but just don't do it in the woods. Too many things can go wrong. Now, when you're building a campfire, there's a couple important things about maintaining that fire. First of all, never leave it unattended. Um, if you're not there and the fire is going and all of a sudden embers start to waft around, you won't be there to stop it. So never leave a burning fire unattended. Um, and it was really interesting. I was doing the research for this one and the rules of maintaining a fire. And like number two was don't throw things in the fire that are going to explode. I would say that that should be self-explanatory, but clearly it is not. So aerosol cans, fireworks, butane stuff, just don't. Okay. Again, leave the exploding stuff at home. You don't need to do it while you're camping in brush. Okay. And of course, keep it manageable. You don't need like a 10-foot tall fire, as fun as that may be. Those things can get out of control really quickly, so keep it manageable. Okay, so don't leave it unattended. Keep it manageable. Don't throw stuff in there that can blow up. I think those are three pretty simple rules to remember. Then, of course, extinguishing the fire is really important. If you can, you want it to burn all the way down to ash. That's the best thing to do because smoldering wood can catch back on fire. But whatever you do, you need to make sure you drown it. So pour tons of water on it. You want to keep pouring water on it until the hissing stops. Now, if you run out of water for that or you don't have enough water, you can also bury the fire. You bury and you stir. You bury and you stir. Okay. So again, You want to make sure that you're just smothering this fire as much as possible. You also want to make sure you take your shovel and remove any loose sticks or embers from the area because you don't want anything to be able to catch on fire if for some reason it kind of starts to heat up again. The rule of thumb is if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. Okay, so just remember that when you're building a fire. Okay, another thing people are getting ready to do is go out on the water. I see people pulling their boats out of storage. Everybody's heading to the marinas. And then, of course, you can also rent boats as well. So, May happens to be National Water Safety Month. So, let's talk about a couple things, just a couple, to keep you safe while you're on the water so your vacation does not get ruined. So, rule number one, don't swim alone. Okay? It doesn't take much to get a cramp, especially if you've swum out too far and then you get too tired to come back or you get hit by a riptide. People will see you getting pulled out if you're with other people. If you're by yourself, the chances of you being rescued are slim to none. So just don't swim alone and don't swim at night because it's harder to spot you if you do get pulled out or you do go under. So those two things are really important. I'm not going to lecture people on wearing things like life jackets. Okay, you're grown adults. I know a lot of people will, roll their eyes, boo, hiss, moan. Just make sure you have your kids in life jackets, okay? Because it takes a millisecond for them to fall overboard. And it doesn't take much time for them to go under if they're not wearing a life jacket. So keep your safety equipment on board, like they say. Make sure the kids are in life jackets. Everybody will have a great time, okay? And last but not least, don't drink and boat. All right. Boats are not like cars, first of all. They don't stop quickly. So if you are even slightly intoxicated, that's going to complicate things quite a bit. Also, if you're drinking and you have too much and you fall on the ground, you might chip a tooth, at worst you might crack your head on the ground. If you fall overboard, you will drown. Okay, especially if everybody else is as drunk as you are. So, to protect yourself and others, because boat accidents can be deadly, just don't drink and boat. All right. So, with that, all of the rule stuff is over with. So, let's move on to more fun things. May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Month. So, when I saw that, it immediately reminded me of the Polynesian Cultural Center on the island of Oahu. If you're in Hawaii this month, or anytime, because the PCC is open all the time, you need to make it up to the North Shore and stop at the Polynesian Cultural Center. It is amazing. It is really informative, but also a lot of fun. They basically take the 6 villages of the different nationalities and ethnicities that make up the Hawaiian population, and you go to each village and you learn something different about them. For example, if you go to the Aotearoa village, which is New Zealand, they will perform the haka, which is the Maori war dance for you. It is amazing. If you go, and I can't remember which one it is, but they climb the trees. They show you how they climb the trees to get the coconuts. Well, amazing. A lot of music, a lot of crafts. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it to everybody, if they're visiting Hawaii. It is on the North Shore of Oahu, so you will either need to take a shuttle, pay for a shuttle to get you up there, or you should rent a car. That is also where all the big waves are, so you can see them as you're driving along the North Shore. So it's a great trip. I highly recommend it. Great time to go and learn about the different cultures that make up Hawaii. So it is National Photography Month. Now, I happen to love photography. I am not a photographer though, but I managed to catch some really good ones. I'll probably throw up a couple shots of some of my favorite shots I've taken in the last couple years. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I just wanted to give you guys some tips on how to take really good pictures when you're on vacation. I think the most important thing is to before you start snapping pictures, take in your surroundings, right? Enjoy what you're looking at. Don't immediately pull out, don't go up or, or walk into or whatever you're doing with your camera already up. You want to take in everything that you're looking at. You want to watch the waves crash. You want to look out from the top of the Empire State Building. You want to look at the Roman ruins. Take it in first. Decide what you want to take pictures of. If you just walk in and start taking pictures, you're not really absorbing what's happening to you, and those pictures aren't going to mean as much to you as if you like take it in, just enjoy what you're looking at, and then decide to start taking pictures. Find things that please you. If flowers make you happy, find the flowers and take close up pictures. Um, if you love food like I do, take pictures of your food. These pictures are for you, not for anybody else. Okay, so if you hear people complaining about, oh, I'm tired of watching people take pictures of their food, who cares? That's for you to relive your meal, for you to live your trip, for you to relive that excursion. So that's what you need to do. Okay? Don't let anybody else tell you anything different. Finally, and this one's kind of important, follow all the signs and like basic rules of society. All right, right now it's tulip season in Amsterdam. You will impress people and have beautiful memories of you at an amazing tulip farm without like hopping over the tulips to get into the middle of the shot. All right? So just don't do it. If the signs say don't go there, don't go there. All right? You ruin it for everybody else. And if they're paying attention, sometimes you could get fined or go to jail. So just be a decent human being and don't do it. Finally, it's National Miniature Garden Month. When I first saw that, I was like, interesting. And I kind of kept scrolling. And then something popped into my brain that I felt I needed to share with you. It's not a miniature garden, but I was in Brussels and I kept seeing advertisements for a place called Mini Europe. And it was a park that each country of Europe had its own like little display. And these displays are fully automated. So, like if there were trucks, you would see the trucks driving, or if they were knocking down a wall, you would see the wall being knocked down. We made a decision to go to it, and I will tell you, it was time well spent. First of all, this crazy mascot. I have no idea. I never found out why he was the mascot. They didn't have a story behind him. He was everywhere. He was running. He was throwing away trash. He just gave me so much joy. I took a lot of pictures of him, which I am not going to burden with you here, but yeah, it was hilarious. But yeah, every country had like this mini exhibit. So, for example, there was mini Germany, and it had a mini Berlin Wall that they were knocking down. There was mini Italy, which had a leaning Tower of Pisa. But the thing that tickled me the most was mini Denmark. So mini Denmark was this absolutely beautiful. I mean, it was actually pretty large. It was large scale, and it was showing the waterfront of Copenhagen. And as we stood there kind of taking it in, we noticed that each boat had a significant amount of detail to it. And I zoomed in on this boat, and it's a little dude sunbathing in a Speedo. To this day, this picture gives me so much joy. And that's what I'm talking about when I was talking about take pictures of things that give you joy. I posted this picture on Facebook, I mean, almost a decade ago. And I can't remember if it even got any likes, but I still look at this picture and get just an immense amount of joy from it. If you're in Brussels, I would highly recommend going out to Mini Europe. I'm not sure if it's open year round. I was there in May. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's open year round, but if you're there, it's definitely worth a trip out. It's also really close to Atomium, which is one of the big tourist attractions in Brussels. It's not in the center of town, it's still in Brussels, but you'll have to take like a tram ride or like a short train ride, like I want to say 30 minutes. But it's all there together, so definitely worth it. But yes, whenever I think of Miniature Garden Month, I will think of this picture now and it will always bring me joy. Um, like I said, zoom in on it. I mean, the detail of it is just, chef's kiss. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. I'd also be incredibly thrilled if you shared it with your friends. Also, if you're interested in following me on social media, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I am the Tipsy Travel Gal. You can find me at that on all my platforms. So thank you so much again. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I will be talking to you again soon. Bye.